Republican colleagues or your allies who are concerned about your close relationship with Laura Loomer?
Well, I don't know what they would say. Laura's been a supporter of mine, just like a lot of people are supporters, and she's been a supporter of mine. She speaks very positively of the campaign. I'm not sure why you asked that question, but Laura is a supporter. I don't control Laura. Laura has to say what she wants. She's a free spirit.
Well, that free spirit is now suing comedian Bill Maher over a joke that he made about Laura Loomer engaged in an affair with Donald Trump. In fact, that lawsuit is for $150 million. So she announced this on X this afternoon, saying that today I filed a defamation lawsuit against Bill Maher and HBO for falsely accusing me of having an affair with President Donald Trump on a September 13th episode of Maher's show, Real Timers. So Real Time with Bill Maher is the name of the show, obviously. Now, let's pause for a second to remind you of what Bill Maher actually said. And it was not defamatory, and I'll explain why in a second. Now, Loomer had been raising some eyebrows. She was accompanying Trump to all sorts of campaign events. And she was also pictured kind of like cozying up to him. Look, I don't know what's going on with them. And sure, of course, people are going to see pictures like that and they're going to assume, or they're going to make jokes about how, they're probably, doing the thing. But she joined Trump at the 9/11 memorial event. And the day before, she also traveled to Philadelphia for the presidential debate on board Trump's plane. And then there was all this talk about the potential influence that Laura Loomer might have over Donald Trump. It's like, look, Laura Loomer is kind of crazy. Like, she's insane. So I don't think that it bodes well for Trump to be seen at campaign events with her, but it did raise eyebrows. People started talking. So on September 13th, during Real Time, Bill Maher said this: I think maybe Laura Loomer is in an arranged relationship to affect the election because she's very close to Trump. She's 31, looks like his type. We did an editorial here a few years ago. It was basically, who's Trump effing? Because I said, it's not nobody. He's been a dog for too long, and it's not Melania. I think we may have our answer this week. I think it might be Laura Loomer. Okay, she's not going to win this lawsuit.
No.
Because he's sharing an opinion. Yeah, look, some people are saying like, it was a joke. You don't even have to say it was a joke. Even if he was being dead serious, he's saying, I think. And when you say I think, you're sharing an opinion. So that can't be considered defamatory in court. Defamation cases are insanely difficult to win because you have to prove actual malice. And I don't think there's malice here. I think he's sharing his opinion, and he wasn't the only one who shared that opinion. So, John, what do you think about this?
Yeah, no, she has absolutely no chance whatsoever. By the way, a million people made the jokes. Like, good luck going up against it. Look, I felt like I thought it was fully enough to criticize the fact that he would be willing to have her anywhere near him or his campaign, at events, considering who she is. Mm-hmm. She's an absolute whack job. The only reason anyone knows who she is.
You think she's an absolute whack job?
I think she's a whack. I'm being a little bit over the top, obviously. The only reason anyone knows who she is because she has had a series of public meltdowns, shouted racist things. That's it. That's the only reason anyone knows who she is. And Donald Trump is bringing her around the country. I cannot even create a hypothetical of what would it be like if Harris brought someone on our side. There's literally no one who is the equivalent of Laura Loomer on our side, I don't think. But regardless, even if there was, they would never be within a country mile of Harris. So I was perfectly content to just criticize all of that. Now, is it weird that he's all of a sudden brought this absolute cuckoo around with him when his wife doesn't want to be seen in the same state as him? And in pictures, he's like holding her around the waist in that way. Yeah, I think the imagery there is a little bit evocative. I wasn't personally asserting that they were engaged in carnal relations. But I understand why some people would do that, considering Donald Trump's very long documented history of cheating on literally every woman he's ever been with.
Yeah. Carnal relations is a good way of putting it. I was trying to find the right term, but that was it. Just didn't come to mind. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Laura Loomer, I want to show you a quick video so you get a sense of who she is.
I want to know what people are actually going to do. My life is ruined. Does anybody understand how ruined my life is? I'm sick of it. I don't want to listen to people tell me that I'm a conspiracy theorist. They don't know what it's like to be me. My life is ruined.
Well, I mean, don't share conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
That have like no evidence to back them up. But okay. I mean, luckily she's run for public office a few times. I mean, look, I don't know how many times. I know at least once in Florida and lost.
She ran for Congress the year after that video. Like she bounced back within a year of public breakdown over, I think it was like she was banned from Twitter or something. I don't know, something stupid. She's like, I should represent tens of thousands of people in Congress. She's completely out of her mind. That's the bigger issue than whether or not, they're doing the horizontal mambo or whatever term you want to use so they don't get sued. I don't care. It's gross, but
it doesn't always have to be horizontal.
It's illegal in some states, unless it is.
True.
Republicans have a lot of control and they're very interested in people's sex life. Okay. Perhaps at a slant on your anniversary.
Maybe on a swing.
Okay.
Yeah. There's lots of options.
No swings. A cord wrapped around your neck and tied to, a doorknob. Maybe.
Some people are into that, it gives new meaning to the word swing voters. Think about it. Okay, don't think about it.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.